Good morning. It's Sunday, January 26th. I'm Lisa Evers in the Fox 5 newsroom. Thank you for joining us live on the Fox Local app. The FDNY is investigating what sparked a 4-alarm fire in Brooklyn. It happened last night on Graham Avenue in Williamsburg. The fire extended to several buildings and left 10 families displaced. It also appears to have destroyed a pharmacy. President Trump says he would like Egypt, Jordan, and other Arab states to accept more Palestinian refugees from the Gaza Strip and will speak with Arab leaders in the next couple of days. He also announced he would be lifting the ban on sending 2,000-pound bombs to Israel. Checking the forecast today, a bit of a warm-up, but still chilly. Tonight, mostly clear. Tomorrow, sunny, but strong winds. For the first time, you can see the annex where Anne Frank and her family hid from the Nazis without traveling to Amsterdam. A full-scale recreation is about to open right here in New York City. Fox 5's Haley Fixler has a preview.
Her words have been translated into more than 70 languages. Anne Frank's diary is her legacy left behind after she was killed in the Holocaust now 80 years ago. And for the first time, people no longer need to travel to Amsterdam to get a first-hand look at where the Frank family hid from the Nazis for more than 2 years and to discover their story.
People here in the United States can learn about Anne Frank in a new way.
At the Center for Jewish History in Union Square, we took a trip through the new immersive exhibit, learning about the Frank family's history before and after the Nazi invasion, the concentration and death camps, and the aftermath.
Fights between Dutch Nazis and Jews.
These walls and the inside of this annex are replicas of where teenage Dan, her sister, parents, and 4 others stayed, hoping to stay alive and evade Nazi detection. But encased in glass are some of the Frank family's belongings, including Anne's first journal.
The exhibition hopefully will also offer a deeper and maybe multifaceted view of who Anne Frank was.
Already, thousands of tickets have been sold ahead of Monday's opening for people to take their tours and to learn.
We will have this exhibition free for New York public schools and Title I schools here in the area.
Education is the organizers' biggest motive for bringing the exhibit across the Atlantic. They timed the opening for International Holocaust Remembrance Day. They say they also felt the responsibility to bring it here.
Coincides with the global rise in anti-Semitism, which lends Anne Frank's story special urgency by underscoring the dangers of hatred and the importance of Holocaust education.
What was done to Anne Frank was the work of human beings. It tells us something about who we are, and I feel that's an important part of what you would call moral education.
We're told more than 350 schools from all over the country have already secured their tours here. The exhibit runs through April 30th. In Union Square, Haley Fixler, Fox 5 News.
New York City Council member Joe Borelli is resigning at the end of the month. He's stepping down months before his term limit ends. Borelli represents Staten Island's South Shore and says he's going into the private sector. Borelli serves as minority leader and is Staten Island's longest tenured city council member. His resignation will trigger a special election. A new study reveals some medical marijuana users have a higher chance of becoming addicted to cannabis compared to recreational users. According to data from the CDC, about 30% of marijuana users develop cannabis use disorder, where they can't stop smoking, even to the point when it may be causing health problems. And on average, medical users smoke 40 to 70% more days every year compared to recreational smokers, making them more likely to get addicted. The Javits Center has gone to the dogs. The American Kennel Club is hosting the 16th annual Meet the Breeds. With over 150 breeds, visitors are bound to find their new best friend. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso takes us to the event.
The Border Collies, the Poodles,
Bergamasca Sheepdog from Italy.
For the 16th year, the American Kennel Club hosting Meet the Breeds in New York City.
New York can't be full of more dog lovers.
This is an education dog extravaganza. You can't shop for a pup here nor adopt one, but what you can do is pet and play with them all day long and learn about the 152 breeds, well-known breeds, newly recognized breeds, and breeds you might have never even heard of from as far away as Africa.
This is Grimnir, but I call him Grim. He's a Berger Picard. So they are a herding dog. They're actually an ancient breed, not ancient, but about the 1600s. Pretty rare in America. It's about 900 in the whole country.
An obsessive dog lover.
Yeah. So is this your happy place?
It's the best day of the year for me.
And how can it not be? You can't resist the Pugdashians dressed in their best for the event with their Jackie Kennedy pearls and
this is Missy Pugdashian. We also have 3 generations, and so this is with the Melania Trump hat on here. This is Grammy Tilly. This is Mommy Missy and her daughter JoJo.
The 2-day event brings in thousands of people of all ages. Last year, the American Kennel Club says more than 30,000 pooch lovers stopped by. They expect even more this year.
We're here because we love dogs, and we're also all social workers, and it's just something that helps us relieve with like all the stress, and it's really great for our mental health just to be with animals and the connection and companionship.
Oh, I'm really stoked about the American Hairless Terrier. It is it's a terrier dog, but it's hairless and it needs to wear a sweater. It's so goofy.
And for everyone here today, I think it's safe to say that this is their happy place. What do you think, Tito? At the Javits Center, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
Fox 5 is a media partner of the American Kennel Club. Well, WMAN Rink is skating into its 75th year, and to celebrate the iconic Central Park attraction, the Skating Club and Ice Theater of New York performed on the ice. Discounted admission and retro suites are available for skaters who visit.
People come here to make memories. It is one of the most sought-after places to see in New York City. So it is so thrilling to be here as we start our 75th year of operation.
Additional special events celebrating the anniversary will be announced throughout the year. If you've ever faced a dilemma over how to organically slip a humble brag into a conversation, consider your problem solved. There's something called boomer asking, and Fox 5's Michelle Ross shows us how it works.
Has a person ever started a conversation with you by asking you a question to then immediately turning the topic of the conversation on themselves? It's called boomer asking, named after the outgoing and incoming arc of a boomerang. It follows a predictable pattern and is a habit people have that takes 3 turns.
It would be like, I ask you, hey, Geraldo, how was your weekend? And I let you answer. And then I'm like, let me tell you about my weekend. So it tracks this arc of a boomerang. It comes right back around to me.
You may have found yourself in a similar situation.
People do that. They say, like, how are you doing? And it's like, I'm fine, and I've done this today, and I've had that done all week.
Some of my friends said sometimes I do that.
Some say it doesn't mean a person is always selfish, and that they do it thinking they're coming from a good place.
It's usually when they're talking about their struggles, and I try to relate by giving my example. At least that's what I think I was doing. Right. But I guess people also receive differently. That's why communication is always key.
Brooks says it's always great to ask genuine follow-up questions. But if you're looking to share something about your life, whether that's complaining, bragging, or something sincere, Brooks says it's best to be direct rather than prefacing it with a question.
It also, I think, comes from a desire to have a conversation be balanced, where you're getting this ping-pongy back and forth. You share something about you in your life, I share something about me. It's just that many of us get the balance wrong and we end up talking too much about ourselves.
On the Upper East Side, Michelle Ross, Fox 5 News.
Spirit Airlines passengers would be smart to double-check their outfits before heading to their next flight. The discount airline says it's changed its dress code for passengers. The new policy says flyers wearing see-through clothing that shows private parts or offensive tattoos may be removed from flights. Spirit says the changes were necessary because of repeated violations. And if you think it's been cold around the Northeast, check out this video from Minnesota. Weather enthusiast Bill Doms posting this video. Doms recorded a temperature of about negative 20 degrees. According to the National Weather Service, wind chills brought the area to 40 degrees below zero. A final check of our forecast. Today, a bit of a warm-up, but still chilly. Tonight, mostly clear. Tomorrow, sunny, but strong winds. And that does it for us this morning. I'm Lisa Evers. Have a great day. Remember, Fox 5 News is always streaming right here on the Fox Local app.